anyone and everyone can tap into contemporary.
Yeah.
You see, you cannot restrict someone or yourself because you are of a certain body type or because you are not of that caliber to stop dancing. Now, unfortunately, what happens is, I can say this very openly, that on TV reality shows, the choreographers are focusing more on the acrobatic movements.
Sure.
Right? Gymnastic movements.
Yeah.
Like, jhama. There is a word in Mumbai we call jhama. Jhama means wow movement. So that's how they choreograph. Like, after every 8 counts, we need to do a jhama. You are not showing the true essence of contemporary. But have it as some masala. Like, you put masala in the biryani. So your biryani cannot be acrobatics. Your chicken biryani or veg biryani, whatever you call it, has to be pure movement-based dancing, technical dancing. Right? And that masala can be the wow movements, can be the jhama, can be the skillful movements.
Hi, Sunjoy.
Hi, Shruti, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
All good, all good, all good.
You, of course, did 3 workshops in New Zealand. How was your experience?
It was a lovely experience, I would say. I was really looking forward for both the workshops to happen. I mean, what really gives me happiness and satisfaction is when you see that joy on students' faces and just the sense of fulfillment that they have. And I could see that both in Wellington as well as in Auckland, the eagerness to learn, the enthusiasm they had, they were open to assimilate all the information. At the same time, they were pushing themselves a lot because I know the style that I was teaching is completely new to these bunch of people from New Zealand, right? But just the openness to learn, adapt, and execute by pushing themselves throughout the workshop was just commendable. And fortunately, the students had a very good feedback for both of us and even for the workshop. So that's very overwhelming, and hopefully I get to come back again.
Fingers crossed you do. I think everyone in New Zealand probably was just saying, whoever attended the workshops were like, oh, please come back, we'd like to do another
That's
workshop.
sweet. That's really sweet.
Really nice. And so, of course, you are very well established in Mumbai. You've trained under Terence. You've been dancing for a very long time. I've lost count of years. But tell us your background a little bit, how you got to becoming a professional dancer.
So, I mean, I started off as a normal dance enthusiast. I never thought of taking dance as my career. Dance had always been my hobby, right from my childhood, right? So I used to dance at home, for birthday parties, like, like any dance maniac would do. But maybe later on, once I finished my high school, I got more inclined towards dancing and I wanted to learn and explore more in dancing. And that's how I started going for the regular dance classes at Terence Professional Training Institute. But even back then, I had no clue I had to take dance as my career. I just wanted to learn and train, right? So I did those regular classes back to back. The instructors over there got quite familiar with me. And it was the instructors' encouragement that, in a way motivated me to think, what if I take dance as my career? Because they were like, Sunjoy, you have a lot of potential. You should definitely audition for our Diploma in Dance Foundation course. So it's a 1.5-year course for professionals. You have to audition, right? And there are practical theory exams. You train in ballet, jazz, contemporary, yoga. It's a full-fledged, proper course, certified course. So I ended up doing that course. I finished my course. I was the topper of my batch.
Oh, that's amazing.
So, and after I finished my course, I got the offer from Terence sir and Maruk ma'am that we would like you to join our company as an instructor and as a performer. Right? So that's how my journey started as a junior company member. And here I am sitting in front of you. It's been 11 years working for Terence company. And now I'm working as a senior instructor, senior performer, supervisor. I'm supervising this entire institute in Mumbai.
Yeah.
And apart from working for the company, I'm also freelancing. So I take my online, on-ground personal training classes.
Yeah.
I travel around the world taking my workshops,
Yeah.
like I have come to New Zealand. And at the same time, I also take up choreography projects. As and when it comes, whether it is event choreography or music videos or any sort of choreography projects.
Right.
So yeah.
Wow, you're one busy man. That's a lot of work. Oh, it's very inspiring too, right? Like 11 plus years you've been dancing. What kind of gravitated you to like join Terence Lewis?
Just the overall vibe, because I felt that they are very professional. The system they had set was very systematic, very welcoming.
Right.
I never felt intimidated over there.
Right.
Like, at times when you go to certain academies,
Yeah.
just the pressure that they put on you.
Yeah.
I never felt that
Fair
pressure.
enough.
They
Yeah,
pushed
yeah.
me.
Yeah.
They definitely pushed me, but I never felt that additional pressure coming on me. The entire atmosphere was very friendly, very supportive.
Yeah.
And plus, I used to admire Terence Lewis. So I mean, there was
Yes.
no other option but to join
Yeah.
his academy.
Yeah.
And I mean, I just feel blessed that, I am with him even now.
What a journey. And so you, of course, your forte is contemporary.
Right.
Not to say that, you don't do other styles, but that's kind of what you specialize in at the moment.
Right.
What made you fall in love with the art form? What is it about contemporary?
Okay. So basically, what I really liked about contemporary was the fact that it allowed me to move freely without thinking about the rules and regulations.
Yeah.
Right? It gives you a sort of freedom and liberty to just express yourself however you feel like.
Sure.
Right? There are no boundaries which are set around. Yes, there are technical aspects that you need to remember and you train yourself to become better. But overall, the structure of contemporary is very open, right? It allows you it allows you the opportunities to explore as you're moving and choreographing or just listening to music, and you structure the entire plan. Okay, this is how I want, this is how I will be choreographing it. But at times, you can also just let go and just follow the rhythm, follow the music, and go with the flow.
Right.
So it allows me to go with the flow in a better manner as compared to other styles. This is my personal opinion.
Yeah.
Contemporary as a dance style, if I have to explain in a very simple layman's language, it's a very organic dance form which is connected to everything that we do in our day-to-day life.
Right.
Right? So everything is connected, everything is very progressive. Also, contemporary has evolved a lot, right? We started off with ballet, wherein there were a lot of classical ballet technical terms used in contemporary. But then dancers back then in Europe and in America, they wanted to revolt against this very balletic culture that, why should we only dance with our feet turned out?
Right, right.
I mean, if I want to dance and move with my feet parallel, I should be given that liberty. Like, simple things like these. So they revolted and they were like, okay, we will take whatever we want to take from ballet, which has been very useful, right? But we will mold it in our own way. And we will allow our body to surrender and release and move however we feel like moving. Right? So in ballet, we don't do much of floor work.
Right.
In contemporary, you can jump up, you can go on the floor, you can do anything and everything using the entire space, different dimensions, different levels. Right? So contemporary has evolved from being very balletic to now being formless.
Right.
Yeah? So contemporary is very formless. People have started using hip-hop influence in
styles.
contemporary. They have started using popping and releasing
Yeah.
in contemporary,
Yeah.
right? So there are no boundaries. Like I said, there are no rules and regulations. Contemporary, as the word literally means, it is contemporary, current, modern,
Yeah.
and it will just keep evolving.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really, I think that sort of background also kind of really helps people, right? Because I personally find there's such a stigma of contemporary dance form.
Right.
You've got to have a level of agility, be a little flexible before you can actually, attempt a dance form like contemporary. But
Right.
do you experience any of those kind of,
Yeah.
stigmas? Given you train people, like, is there any kind of reservation that, I don't think I can do this art form?
Definitely, I face these questions.
Yeah.
Especially with the ones who are completely beginners, who have never learned contemporary before.
Yeah.
So they do come up with these questions.
Yeah.
Will I be able to do this style because I'm not that flexible,
Yeah.
or maybe I'm overweight.
Yeah.
So many things.
Yeah.
But the answer to this question is anyone and everyone can tap into contemporary.
I'll vouch that. I don't think I can do it.
Because, see, dancing is dancing.
Yeah.
You see, you cannot restrict someone or yourself because you are of a certain body type or because you are not of that caliber
Yeah.
to stop dancing,
Right. Yeah.
regardless of whichever dance style it is.
Yeah.
Same goes with contemporary. Now, the reason why people have this notion and misconception is also because what they are seeing on TV reality shows. Now,
Yeah.
unfortunately, what happens is, I can say this very openly, that on TV reality shows, the choreographers are focusing more on the acrobatic movements.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Gymnastic movements.
Yeah.
Like, jhama.
Yeah.
There is a word in Mumbai we call jhama.
Yeah.
Jhama means wow movement. So that's how they choreograph. Like, after every 8 counts, we need to do a jhama.
Yeah.
So do a flip. Do this.
Yeah.
Do something on the floor.
Right.
So there is like hardly 5% of movement dancing.
Right.
90%, 95%
Yeah.
is all acrobatics.
Yeah.
So when, as a common man, I am watching people doing acrobatic stuff, obviously I will be intimidated.
Yeah.
Because I feel, oh, is this contemporary?
Totally.
I cannot do this.
Yeah.
Right?
100%.
So I would also blame certain people choreographing it because you are not showing the true essence of contemporary.
Yeah.
I would say yes, do the skill-based things. It's very good because there are some really skillful dancers everywhere.
Yeah.
But have it as some masala. Like, you put masala in the biryani. So your biryani cannot be acrobatics.
Yeah.
Your chicken biryani or veg biryani, whatever you call it, has to be pure movement-based dancing, technical dancing.
Right.
Right? And that masala
Yeah.
can be the wow movements, can be the jhama, can be the skillful movements.
Yeah.
So coming back to your question, yes, when people are watching all of these things, it's very intimidating.
Yeah.
So that is the reason why they come up with these questions, which is very valid. So as teachers, as instructors, it's our responsibility to educate them and tell them that this is not what it is.
Yeah.
There is a lot more in contemporary, which you can learn.
Yeah.
And then eventually when people come for our workshops and classes, their perspective towards contemporary changes completely. They're like, oh, this was lovely.
Yeah.
We could feel ourselves surrendering. My entire pressure, whatever I had before coming for the class has gone away.
Yeah.
I'm feeling so much better, eased out, relaxed. And plus I could do the movements.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it's just a matter of if you feel that way, just enter the class.
Yeah.
Give yourself a chance.
Yeah.
And maybe you will feel that change.
Yeah. And that's just so important to break those barriers, right? Like people have this common perception or are scared. Like certainly one of the challenges I faced in organizing your workshops here in New Zealand was I just wasn't sure, whether people will turn up, they won't turn up because let alone it's not only contemporary, it was lyrical contemporary.
Right.
So often people are just quite nervous about it. But, I think we were very, very lucky to have 3 houseful classes across Wellington and Auckland.
3 houseful, that was,
that was quite a blessing, and I'm just really, it just goes to show there is market for it. There's people are willing to learn,
Absolutely.
From the right, of course, under the right training or the right instructor, but there's definitely that interest in the market and people are really wanting to go for it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So if I was to ask you or describe contemporary art form in 3 words, what would you say?
Organic, progressive, uh, freedom.
Progressive is an interesting one.
Yeah, progressive. I mean, by all means, not only physically,
Yeah.
but also emotionally and psychologically,
Right.
right? Because when I say freedom, freedom comes with your body surrendering,
Yes.
with your your mental state being very calm.
Yeah.
You let go of certain emotions or you hold on
Yeah.
to certain emotions
Yeah.
that you want.
Yeah.
Either ways,
Yeah.
right? So you can tap into whatever you feel like. Maybe I am not feeling angry,
Yeah.
but when I listen to a song
Yeah.
and I tap into my past memory, I can feel that anger,
Sure,
which I
yeah.
can then use at that very moment
Yeah.
when I'm doing contemporary,
Yeah.
and I can allow my body to express that emotion out. Right? So when I say progressive,
Yeah.
the progression is there in everything. The
Yeah.
intent,
Yeah.
what you're feeling,
Yeah.
to your physical bodily movements.
Right.
So yeah, organic, progressive, and freedom.
I'll definitely agree with organic. Freedom is all. I think having been training under you for the last 2 years, it's definitely allowed me to just really express, like it's probably the way I'd define it,
Right.
using the contemporary art form. Like really kind of understand the feel of the song and really just surrendering yourself
Yeah.
to the song. To the more, I play with the lyrics personally, but like lyrical contemporary is my personal favorite.
Right.
But, it really allows you to kind of just let go,
Let
I
go.
suppose. Yeah.
Yes.
Just for our viewers, though, any sort of tips or advice if they're wanting to learn contemporary, just not sure where to start, or kind of have this fear that we've kind of spoken about?
I mean, the only tip or tips I can give to the viewers watching who are still a little skeptical about whether we should do contemporary, not do, I just feel just go for a class,
Yeah.
experience it for yourself, and then maybe you can have your own
Yeah.
assumptions or analysis about the style or about yourself.
Right.
But until and unless you don't experience it physically,
Yeah.
dancing is a physical form.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Looking at something and doing it physically,
Yeah.
it's 2 different things.
Yeah, completely.
So if you want to really understand something when it comes to dancing,
Yeah.
you will have to physically do it.
Yeah.
So my advice would be just go for a class,
Yeah.
experience the entire vibe,
Yeah.
and then I'm sure if you go to a good teacher
Yeah.
who is well trained, you will have to research. I mean, I'm not saying you have to go to any
Yeah.
class that you have
Yeah.
in your locality because even that will affect your analysis, right? If a person is not a qualified teacher,
Yes.
and if you make your judgment about a particular style based on this not so qualified teacher teaching you, your experience will not be good,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Because he's not a qualified teacher.
Yeah.
But if you start off your journey
Yeah.
with someone or an academy which is qualified to teach that
Yeah.
style,
Yeah.
your experience will be different, and I'm
Yeah.
sure you will enjoy and you will feel like continuing with that style.
Yeah. Wow. Well, I hope some of our viewers actually get inspired by you, because I think you've
hope
had
so.
such an impressive and massive journey. Like I know personally, I feel quite inspired by you. So
How sweet.
I think, and top that off with the fact that you are here in New Zealand and have done 3 workshops. I hope that people get some kind of inspiration or take something away from you, and especially about the contemporary art form.
That's sweet.
Which
I hope so too. Yeah.
Which has been quite an achievement, I'd say. Any plans on coming back?
Of course, I would love to come back because I think after meeting you in person and the community of dancers from Wellington and from Auckland,
Yeah.
there is a special bond I feel that we have developed.
Yeah.
And I would definitely would like to come back, teach more,
Yeah.
and share the joy of dance and just the entire experience
Yeah.
in a much better way.
Yeah.
Maybe we can think of having more workshops across
nice.
New Zealand,
Yeah.
including Auckland and Wellington, of course.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, if that happens by God's grace, I would love to come back.
Yeah. Oh, bless. And any final words for our viewers?
I just need to say this because the only reason why I'm over here is because of this lady sitting right over here.
Oh, God. No.
Yeah, she has managed to organize this entire thing really well. I mean, I have seen her grow from being my student to now opening up her own dance company to now taking up choreography projects. So, I mean, like I said, like, you know, she has evolved and she is still evolving and she's still learning and growing. And that gives me a lot of happiness. So I'm really happy and proud of you.
That's very sweet.
And I hope you continue doing this. I know it's difficult because you're also a working
That's all right.
professional, and this is something that you do with your passion, right?
Yeah.
So I just hope that this passion stays
Yeah.
forever,
Yeah.
and I'm always there. If there is anything that you need as per your guidance, support, you know, I'm always there for you. And for all the people watching, please keep dancing. If you are anywhere interested in dancing, you have to move, right? Any kind of movement is good for your physical and mental health, and I feel dancing is one of those activities. So you should definitely tap into it. And for all the dancers who are looking at taking dance as your career, I mean, I would just say there are many challenges and difficulties that come along the way, but the only key is to not give up on your passion. Just keep working hard, keep training yourself, keep pushing yourself, and never give up on your dreams. And eventually, someday, you will reach wherever you want to reach. Yeah, but that doesn't take away the hard work and the hardships that will come in this journey, right? You will have to make certain sacrifices, and that's the simple rule everyone follows. Be it dancing, be it any profession, you cannot achieve something without two things: hard work and sacrifice, and I would say the third thing would be consistency. So yeah, I hope to see you all in New Zealand, if there are New Zealand viewers watching me. So maybe next time when Shruti gets me over here again, I would like to see more of New Zealanders coming for the workshop who have not been a part of our previous workshop. Yeah, so we will see you soon. And just keep dancing, keep smiling, stay fit, and take care.
Thank you, Sunjoy. What a pleasure talking to you. It's been
Thank you.
absolutely amazing having you and hosting you. Just been nothing but grateful. So thank you.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.